Class 15, single phase energy meter. Okay. So energy meter will have two coils like wattmeter, current coil, potential coil. Current coil will be connected in series with the load. You can see here, load. Okay. Potential coil is connected across the load or supply because load voltage and supply voltage will be same. See, potential coil is connected across the supply. Note that these two are shorted. S1, S2, supply 1, supply 2. And here when you write actually this should be L1, L1, L2. Okay, load 1, load 2. Okay, even if you write in other ways, no problem. See, supply 1 goes like this. Supply 2 means load 2. Now, energy meter will have a disk. See, energy meter. Not digital, analog type meters will have disks. Analog type energy meters will have disk like this. See, this is the disk. See here, this is the disk. This is the circuit diagram. So this is the disk. This disk will be rotating when energy is being consumed. The rotation of the disk is mechanically coupled to the gear system which promotes or increments the reading. Digital meters do not have disk. Okay, so this is the actual construction. To one there will be current coil, another will be potential coil. Interaction of potential and current coils will produce torque on the disk, which rotates the disk, which you will study in the theory. Right. Now, let us go to the experiment. So here, load, supply, and meters. Always, load will be at the one end, supply will be at the other end, and meters will be in between. So assume that you write here 3. Okay, number of revolutions of the disk, say 369, means you are taking that you are noting down the time taken for 3 revolutions. Okay, assume that, let us take table. Okay, yeah, let us write here 3, 6, 9, or you can write 5, 10, 15 as you wish. So for 3 amperes, okay, initially you will have everything open, switches all open, and at the beginning of experiment you will close S1 first and then S2. Then as soon as you close lamp switches, the disk will start rotating. Ammeter also will give reading. As soon as you close S1, voltmeter will give reading. See, voltmeter will get supply from here. The other terminal will get from here. As soon as you close S2 and switch on some lamps, ammeter will show reading. Disk will start rotating. Just by closing S1, disk will not rotate. When you apply load, then only disk will rotate. Now, as usual, current coil is shown with one or two turns. Potential coil is shown indicated as high resistance. Now, let us say you have switched on some say 2 to 3 lamps. Let us say three lamps. In our laboratory, each lamp is 200 watts. So it will take around 8.8 amperes because I is equal to P by V is equal to 200 watt by 230 volts is equal to around zero point 0.8 or 0.9. I am writing just simply. Now assume that you have switched on 3 lamps. So initial current will be, first reading will be 0.8 into 3. 0.8 into 3, which will be around 2.4. So assume that you get 2.4 amperes here. Now in the disk there will be a mark. Okay, in this disk there will be a red mark or black mark. So while it rotates, you can notice that mark. That mark should be considered as reference. So that you can count the number of revolutions. See here, there is mark here. Red mark is here. If you observe in your home, you can identify if it is an analog meter. If it is digital, okay, you cannot. Right. So for 3 rotations or revolutions, for 2.4 amperes, find time taken for 3 revolutions. Means for 2.4 amperes load current, how much time it takes for 3 revolutions, you write it here. So let us say it is some say 110.3 seconds using your stopwatch. You can use mobile. In your mobile handset, you have stopwatch. So 123 serial number here is 123 123 123. So in the reading 1, you write 2.4 2.4 2.4. So for 3 revolutions, if you get 10 seconds, for 6 revolutions for the same ampere, you will get around 55, maybe 54.98. Say, okay, whatever it is, you write. See, sorry, here it is wrong. Okay, if this may be say some 35, okay, for 6 revolutions it will be double, say 71. Okay, for 9 revolutions it will be triple, 3 times 35. So see 105, say 106 point something. So this is how it happens. You take readings, then switch on one more lamp. The reading may become around 3.2, 4 lamps now. This reading was three lamps. This is for fourth lamp. So 3.2, 3.2, 3.2. Again, note down value for 3 revolutions. See, as soon as you switch on more lamps, the disk will rotate faster. Disk will rotate faster. More the load, faster the disk, and more readings will get incremented here. You will get bill here. You see, the reading is now 39,513 point something. Here reading is 79,980 kilowatt hour point 6. This is in the red color. Last one digit or two digits, sometimes two digits. That will be in red color to indicate that it is decimal value. Now, so since the speed is increased, here we will get lesser time, say 23.5. For 6 revolutions or 6 rotations, you will get double of 23, say 45.89. Next, for 9 revolutions, it will be triple of 23. So 3 times 23 means 69. So say 70.12. Next, you switch on another lamp. So you'll get current. Now it is 5 lamps. Now it is say 4. 4 current will be 4 amperes. Let us say 4.1 because there will be some errors in the meter. So let us say 4.1. There is no rule that you have to switch on 5 lamps, 3 lamps, etc. Why simply switch on more lamps? You are wasting power and you also will get heated up in the laboratory when you switch on more lamps. Initially, it is better to switch on 3 lamps because if you switch on only one lamp, the ammeter reading will not be proper. So initially, better to switch on at least 2 lamps or 3 lamps. For the next subsequent readings, it is enough if you switch on only one lamp extra. So for 4.1 amperes, you will get lesser time, say 18 seconds. Again, here you will get double, so 36 point something. Here you will get triple, 54, say 55.96. So this completes the readings. Okay. Now, there is a word called as energy meter constant, which is 750 in our laboratory. It indicates, see here, you can see here. See, 600 revolutions per kilowatt hour. See here, it is written 50 hertz. Okay, 10 to 20 amperes for better values. You can also means it will give right good readings for this current range. And voltage is 220 volts single phase. This is the serial number of manufacturer. This is type. I am not sure about the type. Okay, you should know voltage range, current range, frequency, and then the revolutions per kilowatt hour. This is called as energy meter constant, revolutions per kilowatt hour. So here we have written here R by kWh. Here small r is shown. What does it indicate is when the revolutions number of revolutions become 600, you will get here one reading. So for 1 kilowatt hour means 1 unit of electric energy, the disk will rotate 600 times. This is decimal, so zero point 0.1 time. So 75 or 60 revolutions. For 60 revolutions, this will increment by 1. So this is at 1 now. This will become 2 like that. Okay. Now here in laboratory we cannot go for 600 or 750 revolutions. It will take 2 3 hours for completion of experiment, and also KEB MESCOM bill will become very high. So here we will see only for 3 or 369 revolutions. Okay, now calculate energy consumed. Energy consumed is independent of just current or just time. It is actually dependent on both current, voltage, and time, which is given by number of revolutions directly. So here it is N by K, 3 by 750. Here 6 by 750. Here 9 by 750. Okay, this completes the experiment. Next is calibration of single phase energy meter. Here we are finding the error. Okay, circuit connections are same except that a watt meter is introduced here. See, this is MLCB. Some manufacturers write here as CC CC dash PP dash, current coil, potential coil. See, energy is given by power into time. So watt meter into time. To calibrate energy meter, you can use two energy meters, one standard and one mm, the meter which is to be calibrated, and connect them as it is. Here you can have another energy meter, but in our laboratory we don't have extra energy meters. Energy meters we have only one or two. Hence, we use watt meter value, a standard watt meter we use. That when multiplied by time gives real energy. Okay, so we have what is called as standard power. Say W standard. That value into time. Okay, W standard. Okay, into time. W means W standard. Both are same. N, you know, number of revolutions. Here we will keep N fixed. Say 3 3 3 3. Everything 3 3. Initially, say you will switch on two or three lamps. Say you get something, say 2.4 amperes. You will get some wattage. Say how much you will get. Just imagine 230 volts, 2.4 amperes. So V into I. This is lamp load. So power factor will be around 1. So 230 into 2.4, you'll get around 400 to 500. Let us assume that this is 480 watts. So it will show 240, and multiplying factor will be usually 2 as already said. So it will be around 480 watts. Now energy meter constant is 750. So indicated value, now K is 750. Indicated value will be 3 by 750, N by K. So 3 by 750, okay, which is around 0.033, right? 3 by 750, 3 by 750, sorry, 0.004. 0.004. Okay, 25 by 75 is 3.33, right? Fine, fine. So 0.004. Now calculate time required for 3 revolutions. Okay, say it is something, say 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30.5. Okay, now 1 kWh means, it is 36 lakh joules. I think you know that. 1 kilowatt hour is nothing but, I'll write here, 1 kilowatt hour means, 1 kilo means 1000 into watt. Okay, 1 hour means 3600 seconds. So when you multiply 1000 and kilo and hour, you will get 36 lakhs, or 3.6 into 10 to the power of 6. So much joules. So 1 unit or 1 kilowatt hour means this much joules. So we will now reduce, or actually this is in kilowatt hour. Okay, you may either convert this into joules, or convert joules to kilowatt hour. What we have done is we have converted joules into kilowatt hour. W into T, now W 480 into T, okay, 480 into 30, you will get joules. So 480 into 30, 480 into 30.5, you will get 14,640. That is so much joules. Divide by 36 lakhs, you will get actual power, actual energy consumed, because watt meter is standard watt meter, means good watt meter. So 0.004, write this, 0.004066. So 0.004066. Write at least 3 decimals after the zero. See, don't write just 0.004. If you write just 0.004, it says there is no error at all. So after these two decimal places, ignore that, are not to be considered. You write at least 4 decimals. or three decimals after means three significant figures. 00 are not significant figures. So 40667. 6666 means you have to make this 7. You know that. So you can write here 4067, okay, or 407 at least. Now calculate EI minus E actual by E actual. See, error. When error is set, it is actually EI minus E actual. But error is expressed as percentage of indicated value or percentage of actual value. Error is nothing but difference between indicated and actual value, but it is expressed as percentage. Some books mention here denominator as actual value or standard value. But some books show them as indicated value. That is why here I have written BI, not actual. Numerator is same, I minus actual, indicated minus actual. But in denominator, some books show as indicated value as reference, some show calibrated value. It is left to you however you want. So, in the energy meter experiment, I have written uh, E actual. So here we will get value 0.0044 minus 0.004067. Okay, so you will get how much? 0.004 minus 0.00406666. Okay, 67 equal to divided by how much? E actual means 0.00407. 0.00407 is so much. Multiply by 100, you will get minus 1.6. So you will get here minus, take two decimals, minus 1.65. Here it is 6, means this is 5. So more than 5 or 5, the rounding of when you are going to round off, this will be incremented now. So minus 1.65. Right here minus 1.65 percentage. Already percentage is here. No need to write percentage here. Some write. If you write, no problem, or no need. If you don't write here error, don't write here percentage, you should write here percentage. So like this, go on calculating error for different values of current. Then plot the graph of percentage error versus current. For various load current, the percentage error will be so much. See, you can write, take any number of revolutions here, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, or 5, 5, 5. How much you want, you can take. Because any change also it will not affect, it will not be, it will be right, because automatically when n changes, t also will change. So all this will get adjusted properly. Okay, fine. So this is regarding with the energy meter experiments. Polyphase wattmeter, experiment number 17, which is not in your syllabus. Okay, right.